Ever watch videos of vegetable farms in China and think, how are they harvesting cucumbers, greens, and tomatoes nonstop while my garden takes forever to do anything? It can feel like they're growing vegetables 10 times faster than the average backyard gardener. But here's the real secret. It's not magic seeds and it's not some mystery chemical you don't have. It's a system. Simple, repeatable choices that stack the odds in favor of fast growth, quick harvests, and continuous production. If you want to grow more food in less time, starting this season, subscribe and hit like, and comment your USDA zone and whether you grow in-ground, raised beds, or containers, because I'll tailor tips to your setup. Now let's break down what's actually happening and the must-know moves you can copy at home without turning your backyard into a full-time job. First, a quick reality check. A lot of the Chinese farmers' videos you see online are showing intensive market gardens, greenhouse production, or highly managed small plots. Those growers often have decades of experience, daily routines, and systems built around maximizing production per square foot. So if you compare that to a weekend gardener who waters when they remember and plants everything on one day in spring, it's going to look like a different universe. But the good news is you can borrow the exact same principles on a small scale. Let's start with the biggest reason they look so fast. Principle number 1, they don't grow vegetables, they grow conditions. Most backyard gardens are plant-focused. We pick a crop, plant it, and hope for the best. Intensive growers are conditions-focused. They're constantly optimizing the 3 things that control speed: temperature, moisture availability, and nutrition availability. When those 3 are dialed in, vegetables don't just grow, they explode. So how do they control conditions so well? Secret number 1, protected growing equals earlier starts and faster cycles. One of the biggest advantages you'll see in China, especially in vegetable growing regions, is the use of protection: plastic tunnels, row covers, simple greenhouses, and windbreaks. Protection does 2 huge things. It raises soil temperature earlier in the year. It protects crops from wind and cold stress. And when plants aren't stressed, they grow faster, period. You can copy this at home with low tunnels over beds, frost cloth or row cover, a small hoop house, even a clear plastic cover used carefully for warming soil before planting. Think about it like this. If your soil is cold, your plants are stalled. If your soil is warm, your plants are working. Secret number 2, they transplant almost everything. This is a game changer for speed. Backyard gardeners often direct sow because it feels easier. But direct sown crops spend a long time as tiny seedlings, slow, fragile, and easy to lose to weather, pests, or uneven moisture. Transplanting skips that slow phase. Many intensive growers start seedlings in trays so they can control moisture perfectly, control temperature, protect from pests early, choose the strongest plants, plant a bed that looks half-grown on day 1. If you want your garden to look like it's growing twice as fast, start more crops as transplants, even crops you normally direct sow. And if you don't want to run seed trays, you can still use this idea by buying healthy transplants and planting them into warm, prepped beds. Secret number 3, they practice succession planting like it's a schedule, not a guess. This is the number 1 reason their gardens look non-stop productive. Most home gardens work like this: plant everything in spring, harvest, get tired, beds sit empty. Intensive growers work like this: every bed has a next crop, every harvest is followed by replanting. They rarely leave soil empty. They plan by weeks, not seasons. You can copy this without spreadsheets. Here's a simple system. Every time you plant something, start the next round 2 to 3 weeks later. So when the first round is halfway done, the next plants are ready to replace it. For example, plant lettuce today, start more lettuce in 2 weeks. Plant cucumbers today, start another tray in 3 weeks.
Plant bush beans today, plan the next sowing in 3 weeks. That's how you get that I harvest every week vibe. Secret number 4, they grow in dense, efficient spacing on purpose. A lot of backyard gardens are underplanted. We give everything tons of space just to be safe, and then weeds take over, soil dries out faster, and we lose productivity per square foot. Many intensive growers plant tighter, but with management. They feed the soil consistently, they water consistently, they harvest young and often, they replant quickly. Now, tighter spacing isn't about cramming plants until they suffer. It's about matching spacing to the crop stage. If you want faster results, one trick is baby harvest farming. Grow greens closer, harvest young, replant quickly. You may harvest smaller leaves, but more total harvests per season. Secret number 5, they keep soil covered and actively fed. If there's one unfair advantage you can build, it's this: living soil management. Many high-output vegetable systems rely on heavy compost use, frequent organic matter inputs, mulch, cover crops in the off-season, and minimal soil disturbance in some systems. Why does that make plants faster? Because plants don't eat fertilizer the way we think. They absorb nutrients in a form that's heavily influenced by soil biology, moisture, and root health. In gardens with consistent compost and mulch, you get more stable moisture, more microbial activity, better nutrient cycling, less stress, faster growth. This is why 2 people can plant the same variety on the same day, and one harvests weeks earlier. The faster garden is usually the one with better soil structure and consistent fertility. Secret number 6, they treat water like a precision tool. A lot of American backyard watering is emotional. It's hot, water. It rained, don't water. My plant looks sad, water.
Intensive growers water like engineers. They water at the root zone. They avoid wet foliage when possible. They keep moisture consistent. They don't swing between drought and flood. Consistency speeds growth. A plant that experiences repeated drought stress will pause growth, redild, pause again, over and over. That's lost time you can't get back. If you want faster vegetables, use drip or soaker hoses if you can. Mulch to reduce evaporation. Water deeply and consistently. Secret number 7, they use heat as a growth accelerator without cooking the plants. You'll notice a lot of videos showing plastic mulch, raised ridges, and protected rows. Warm soil equals faster root activity, which equals faster top growth. In many climates, simply warming the soil a little earlier can shift your whole season forward. At home, you can do a warm bed strategy. Raised beds warm faster than in-ground. Dark mulch warms faster than bare soil. Low tunnels warm faster than open air. And when you combine warm soil with transplants, you get that "how is it already that big" effect. Secret number 8, they choose varieties for speed and productivity, not just for flavor. Backyard gardeners often pick varieties because they're popular or pretty. Intensive growers pick varieties because they germinate fast, grow aggressively, produce uniformly, handle heat or cold, resist disease, harvest well. You can copy this by choosing fast-maturing varieties, heat-tolerant lettuce for warm climates, bolt-resistant greens, disease-resistant tomatoes for humid areas, and cucumber varieties suited to your region. If you're in the U.S., check local extension recommendations or what local market farmers grow. That's usually the fastest path to what works here. Secret number 9, they harvest earlier and more often. This one is sneaky. A lot of vegetables grow faster when you harvest them regularly. It signals the plant to keep producing. Examples: leaf lettuce and greens, harvest, cut, and come again. Cucumbers, harvest often or the plant slows down. Okra, harvest frequently or pods get tough and production slows. Beans, pick regularly to keep flowers coming. Backyard gardeners often wait for the perfect size. Market-style growers harvest at the optimal size for continuous production. You'll feel like your garden is faster simply because you're harvesting sooner and triggering more growth. Secret number 10, they reduce downtime between crops. In many high-output gardens, the bed is never resting, it's transitioning. As one crop finishes, the next seedlings are ready. The bed gets compost, irrigation is checked, new plants go in. No long gaps, no "I'll deal with it next month." If you want a dramatic upgrade this year, do this. Keep one tray of seedlings going most of the season. Not 20 trays, just one. When a space opens up, you have a plant ready to move in. That alone can double your production over a season. Now, let's talk about the must know before it's too late part, because this is where a lot of people miss the window. The biggest reason gardens fall behind is timing mistakes early in the season. If you wait until the weather is perfect, the season is already moving. Intensive growers don't wait for perfect. They create protection, start seedlings, and hit the moment conditions are good enough. Then they build momentum.
In practical terms, here's what you can do in the next 7 days. First, top dress your beds with compost and mulch. Second, set up a simple watering plan: drip, soaker, or consistent hand watering. Third, start one tray of fast crops: lettuce, kale, bok choy, herbs, or whatever fits your season. Fourth, plan 2 succession plantings for the next month. If you do those 4 things, your garden will look completely different in 30 days. Now I want to add one important point for honesty. Faster isn't always better if it burns you out. Those ultra-productive systems often require frequent harvesting, constant replanting, and daily observation. The goal for a home gardener isn't to copy the workload. The goal is to copy the leverage, systems that give you more results with less guessing. So don't try to do all 10 secrets at once. Pick 2. Transplant more crops and do succession planting. If you only do those 2, you'll feel like your garden sped up this year. Now let's wrap this up with a quick recap. If you want vegetables that grow 10x faster, what you're really chasing is warmth management, consistent moisture, consistent nutrition, transplants instead of slow direct sowing, succession planting to eliminate gaps, efficient spacing with good soil, frequent harvesting, variety selection that matches your climate, and when those stap together, it stops looking like luck and starts looking like a system. If this video helped you, hit like, subscribe, and comment your USDA zone and the one vegetable you want to grow faster this year. I'll reply with the best 2 strategies for that crop in your climate. Next video, I'm going to show you a simple, high-output backyard bed setup, exact spacing, what to plant first, and how to keep it producing month after month without getting overwhelmed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.